Hey everybody, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at the classic Police song, Every Breath You Take. So what we're going to do here is this. This song was originally a half step down, and I'm teaching it in standard tuning. So if you want to follow along with the actual album, play it just like you learn it in this video, but you're going to have to tune your guitar down a half step. Now, there's a lot of live videos of them playing this song, and all the live videos I see, they're actually playing the song in standard tuning. Why, I have no idea, but does sound a little bit brighter in standard tuning, so maybe they wanted to give it a little bit of a happier sound or something live. But anyway, let's get into it here. We're going to start here. We have a lot of what are called add 9 chords, which is basically just a major chord. So this is an A major, and the A right here, this octave of the root note here, if you move that up to the second note in this key, which is B, that's the same as a ninth. Don't really worry about the theory behind it. If you don't know, it's not a theory lesson. But that's the note we're going to be adding to all of those major and minor chords in this song. So instead of going, we're going to go. All right? So you'll get it. Every single chord is like this in this song, so you'll get really used to it really quick. So we're going to start here with an A major add 9, and the way he fingers it is the easiest way to do it pretty much is you're going to play the 5th fret here with your first finger, second finger going to play the 7th fret. Some people like to use their 3rd finger there, and then the pinky at the 9th fret on the D string. Then you're going to come around and play the 6th fret with your first finger on the G string. And then the other fingers stay the same. So the picking pattern is basically this. You're going to pick down, down, up, back with a downstroke on the 5th string. So it's 6th, 5th, 4th, 5th. And then to the 3rd string, 4th, 5th, back to the 4th. So we got 6, 5, 4, 5, then 3, 4, 5, 4. And I picked that down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. I always pick in the direction of the next string I'm picking. I think it is more economical. So the whole picking pattern, slightly lay your palm against the bridge here, right where the strings meet the bridge, because it has kind of a palm muted sound to it. So we did that picking pattern twice there. Then we're going to take it to the minor version of this chord. You're going to do it down here at the 2nd fret. All right, this is the F sharp. Then we have the same pattern, except your finger is going to be here at the 2nd fret instead of the 3rd fret there. So you reach back to the 2nd fret, and that makes it a minor add 9 instead of a major add 9. So we have. All right, so far. All right, now the chords that are on the next one is a D add 9, and you're going to play this off the 5th fret on the A string. Now the picking pattern is a little bit different here, and it's going to be just across these 3 strings. We're going to go 5 on the D, the A string, 7 on the D, back to the 9th fret here on the G, then back to the 5th string with that 5th fret, and then come back down here. Instead of having your pinky at the 9th, have your 3rd finger at the 7th. And then you're going to pick up on the 3rd string, then the up on the D string, down on the A, and back up on the D. All right? And then you're going to go up 2 frets and do the exact same thing. All right, so those are the standard way of playing that 4-chord chord progression that's all throughout the verse. And at the intro, the very first time you hear the progression, this little, that last note, instead of it being on the D string, is actually on the G string. That's the only time that happens in the song. That's when there's no vocals happening at the intro of the song. So then we end the intro of the song back on this first chord that we started with, the A add 9. So all together. Okay, so now we get to the first verse, which is pretty much the exact same thing that we just did, except the very last chord is an F sharp, a minor add 9. So we have this. So right here, instead of going to the A, go back down to that second fret, F sharp minor chord. And that takes us halfway through the verse. And then you play all those chords again, that whole progression, just like the intro. Except, of course, that we don't hit this note on the G string here. But basically, the only difference, the verse is going through those chord progressions twice. And the only difference between those is the first time through them, you end it with an F sharp, and then the second time through it, you end it with the A chord. All right, so that's verse number 1. Then we have to the chorus. It's really kind of hard to pick out a chorus. There's not like a definitive like sing-along chorus here, but I'm just calling this next section the chorus, and it goes like this. All right, so we're doing the same picking patterns here again. We're starting here on the D on the 5th string with that picking pattern that happens off, the one that happens off that D and the E chord from before. And then take it down to the C, 2 frets lower. And then over to the A major add 9 chord. Move that up 2 frets. And then come over to the E off the 5th string. So we're playing the 5th, the picking pattern that for the chords off the 5th string. Okay, so the whole chorus. And the chorus kind of ends by going through the verse chords again. And ending the verse chords with the F sharp minor add 9 chord. All right, then we get to the bridge section, which is just 2 chords. So that's just an F major bar chord, 1st fret, up to a G major bar chord at the 3rd fret. There's a quick little strumming pattern there. So you just go F, G, and finish on the F. The 3rd time you play F, and then it goes right back to the exact chords that you played in the first verse. So there's no verse over there. He's just doing those kind of little slow vocal melodies there. But it's mostly instrumental those verse chords. Then we get to the second chorus. very similar to the first. We're starting with the D, down to the C, the A, B, the E. So everything's the same so far as the first course. Then you continue with the verse chords here that end the course. But this time, when you get to the D, to the E, to the F sharp that ends that, you do them twice. And then you pick through the F sharp minor chord 2 more times. So it's, let me play that whole section for you just so you understand what's going on. Okay, so that last F sharp minor add 9 chord was picked through 4 times. And then we have the outro part, which is just what this continues to go on until it just fades, the song fades out. Starts with that A major add 9. So we have the I'll be watching. Now, so that A was picked through twice, the F sharp once, and the D once. Which is just keep repeating those until the song fades out. Okay? All right, so it's a pretty simple song as soon as you get the little stretches down. Just make sure you keep your hands loose. That add 9 chord, I know it's kind of a little bit of a stretch, but it helps a lot if you try not to do it like this. It helps a lot just to kind of do these 3 fingers and then reach over and use your first finger for the top note and the bottom note. And you can let the fingers stay down and sustain. The palm muting is what keeps it under control. But try to keep this low note down as long as you can until right before you hold that top note. That's how Andy Summers actually fingers it. So it'd be a good way of actually making the song sound just like the record. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this song lesson. Please go to guitarlesson365.com. Get in those forums and put your own request in for any kind of songs or other lessons you'd like to see. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.